Hello everyone, my name is Timothy Lee Grant and we are going to continue our Leetcode Neatcode journey. So I'm feeling pretty pumped up today. Me and Susie went and visited the Google and Facebook, obviously not headquarters because it's here in Seattle, but visited the Google and Facebook locations here, and we were able to go and see that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, that's so cool. So let's get going. Make myself a little bit smaller, and we are still doing these arrays and hashing. All right. So, encoding, decoding strings. Design an algorithm to encode a list of strings to a single string. The encoded string is then decoded back to the original list of strings. Please implement encode and decode. Okay. So input is a string, or is a list of strings. Output is a list of strings. Same thing with here, and it's the exact same. So I think what we're trying to do is, okay, so encode will, the encode string, okay, design an algorithm to encode a list of strings into a single string. Okay. I remember doing something very similar to this a long time ago. I don't know if it was this exact problem, it might have been, but I remember the trick. It's something about you have to take this and then say how many characters you're about to go and encode. So I say like \10 or something like that, and then let me make myself a little bit smaller and then try to actually write things out. So encode, I think we need to have something kind of like, I don't know, special character like this, or backslash, or whatever, like \10, or in this case 1 2 3 4, so \4 neat \4 code 1 2 3 4 \4 love \3u, I think, and that would be our string, our single string. And the reason that we need to do it that way is because if we are, whatever special character we have here, it can get, what if this E was like a backslash right there? Because we can have special characters, see, right there. So what if we need some way to be able to have a word that has in \ET? That's a valid string. So how do we know that, hey, this is kind of where a word breaks? Well, we can't actually use that special character. We need to tell it like, hey, no, there's going to be 4 coming your way. So 1 2 3 4, and then do we even need that backslash though? Like, what if it was just like 4 4 4 3, and I just assume that there's always going to be a number there, or I always put a number there, so I can assume that when I do my decode that there will be a number there. Let's start writing it out and see if we can do it this way, and we'll change things if it doesn't work out. So how about that? Peppermint flavor. Okay, so let's start writing it. So I'm encoding. I want for element in strings, okay? And I need result is going to be equal to an empty string, or an empty, what does it want? It wants a string, so not a list, but a string. Okay, so awesome. There we go. Now what do we want to do? We want to go over all of that. And I can get length is equal to length of element. So that's how many letters are in this word. Okay. So now I want to put that length at the beginning of the string, right? So I can go result, would it be dot append, string of length, okay, result dot append element, and then I keep doing that. So what I'm trying to do is get the length, so I'm going to get 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I put that, so length is 4, and then I say, hey, 4, you're now a string. Okay, so it's string 4, ASCII 4. Then I append that to the result, so now there's going to be a 4 right there, okay? And then, which corresponds to that 4 right there, then I append the actual element, which is the letters, so NEET. Awesome. Then I come back to the next element, and I get the length, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's code, right, 4. So then I put that 4 here. What if this was like 12 characters long? What if this first word was actually 12 characters? Or 14, right? Like, how can I just, I can't just take, when I'm decoding, I can't just take the first number, right? Because it could be 4, it could be 444. It could be 4044. So I think I do need a special character to denote, hey, I'm done with the number. I'm finished with the number. So result dot append. Should we do that as our special character? Okay, so awesome. So I'm gonna have 4 and then a special character, and this little asterisk right there denotes, hey, I'm done with the number. So I'm gonna keep going. When I'm decoding, I'm gonna keep going until I find that asterisk. I'm not going to count that asterisk, but then I'm gonna go. How many characters? I'm gonna go 4 because I know that that's the total number. Now, if I come here and I see another number, let's just say like, whatever, instead of EE, it's 3-star T, right? 3-star T. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna say, okay, there's 4 characters. I found that out and I know that this is my stop. I'm gonna take this one, that's part of the string. I'm gonna take this one, that's part of the string. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm stopping. And so it doesn't matter that I have that same like character pattern inside of a word. I'm not even going to look at it because I say I know that there's 4 characters coming up. I'm not going to look at them to try to find any information in it. And then once I finish this, bam, I'm going to look for that pattern again. So then it's going to be like that. Okay. Awesome. So Leetcode. Then I should be able to return result. Okay. Then for decoding, let's see. So result is now going to be equal to an empty string or empty list. Okay. And I want to populate this with what? With those string elements. Okay. So I'm going to go while maybe what do I want to do? I equals 0 while I is less than length of s. Okay. So I know that I want to grab the number, right? So length equals an empty string, and then while s of I does not equal our special character. Okay, we're gonna keep, this is the point where we can keep looping until we hit that special character, because we, no. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. So we just started, and we're going to keep incrementing that I. Okay, so length dot append s of I. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going and I'm taking, let's say that this was 421. Okay, so there's 421. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to start at I is equal to 0, right? And then I'm going to grab this and say, okay, so 4, right now it's a character. It's the character 4. It's not the actual integer number. I am going to take that 4 and put it into my length, which is also a string. This is a string. So right now it's going to contain the string of 4. Then I'm going to come back up to here. I'm going to increment I. So I plus equals 1. I almost said I plus plus, but okay. Python. We're in Python. So then I'm going to increment I. So now we're going to be looking at this one. Awesome. So then I come back here and I look at this s of I, which we're now at the value 1. So I put this 2 here. I put a 2 there. Then I come here, I increment I again, and then I put a 1. So now I come back up here and we're at this location here. And then I say, oh, I'm not going to run this while loop anymore. So I am going to come here and I am going to now take this length, which is a character array. It's a string, right? And I'm going to turn it into an integer. So length int is equal to int of length. Okay? So now I know how many characters I need to go through. So I need to go and grab, so now I need to, word, I'm going to have a word, which is going to be an empty string, and I'm going to build up that word. Okay, so I'm going to look at this and say, okay, I know that I need to go 4 over here. I'm going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to go 4 times. And each time I iterate, I need to put each letter in that word right there. Okay. So let's do it. So current equals 0 while current is less than length int. Okay. Word dot append s of I, and then I want to I plus equals 1 current plus equals 1. I'm trying to think through this to see if this is what I want. So I know that I need to continue through this I right here is going to keep track of the pointing to the location in this large string right here. So this entire string right here, blah, 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 blah. That's has a lot of characters. This current is going to keep track of, like, I only want to go 4 over. So currently I is sitting right here. I only want to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what that I is doing. So it doesn't go past the current or the length int. The other thing I want to make sure about is, let's see, so I stop, so while s of I does not equal this special character. So when it does, this I is now at that special character, all right? So I actually want to increment my I 1 more, so it's now pointing to this one, because I don't want to append that special character. So I'm going to come in here and go I plus equals 1. Okay. And then after I do that, we have added all of the letters to this word, and so I can add that word to my result. So result.append word, okay? And now return result. How are we feeling about this? We took a lot of steps, so I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see about this. Okay. Well, didn't like that. String has no append. Well, that kind of puts a damper on things. Is it add? What is the keyword? Has no attribute add. Okay. How to append to a string in Python. Strings are immutable, meaning you can't modify them in place, like lists. However, you can append a string by creating a new string through concatenation using join. I don't like the sound of that, actually. Okay, so length here for element. Okay. Result equals like this dot join how would I do that? Oh, you can just do the plus equals. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. So result plus equals string of length. Okay. It's this one. Got that. Result plus equals the little asterisk. Okay. Result plus equals element. Okay. We got that one. And now we do the exact same thing here. So instead of word, I do word plus equals s of I. Okay. This one is fine. That's a list. That's acceptable. Okay. This one. And why is my thing off slightly? Okay. Length plus equals s of I. Does that kind of take care of my syntax stuff? I hope so. Let's run it again and see what we get. Okay. String outside the bounds. Okay. Word plus equals I. All right. Why is it outside the bounds? So is it length minus 1? Okay, so length is going to be 4, right? And I start here, and I want to do this one, so 1, and then do this one, and then do this one, and then do this one. Should be okay. I come here to 3. Okay. And then there's a star right there. So I get the 3, and then I move over by 1, so I'm starting now at here. Okay. So this is, I is currently pointing here. here. I is currently pointing there. I add that one character there and go up here. So now current is 1. And I just hit that 1. And then I'm going to hit this, and now current is going to be equal to 2 when I go back up. It is going to be equal to 3 when I go back up, and that's when I want it to end, right? Is less than this. And so when current is equal to 3, it's not going to run, which is exactly what I want. Okay, let's figure out what's happening there. Oh, well, first off, this length, I was doing that. Was that the problem, actually? With base 10, is anything printed? No output. So it doesn't like my length, okay? So I'm gonna print right before it comes here. Okay. Still getting that. Why is it not even printing anything for me? Wait, no, that's 39 of a different. So, okay, I think it's printing nothing. Is that right? Why would it be printing nothing? int with base 10. And how would I even test that or like debug it? Can I print, not print f, come on, f like this, and then do s of I even forgot how to, oh, it's encapsulated like that, right? I don't know if that's right. So if I is 4. So why am I not putting that 4? There we go. Okay. Result.add. Okay, well, this is a list. Okay. Result is an array. Yeah, it's an array, so we need to do the append. And both were accepted. Come on, please, please. Yes! 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 Okay, okay, cool. We got it, we got it, we got it. Let's look at his solution and see if it is the same as ours and if there's anything else we need to be looking at. So encoding, decoding. How many solutions did he do? 2. Okay, so if there's no strings, you just return nothing. Empty string, or empty array, empty string for s sizes, which is a list, so you can use the append. You put in the length of that word, okay? In sizes, result plus equals, stringify the sizes, and then get a special character. He's using, okay, a comma, but then he also does the hashtag. Okay. For s in strings, and then does the string. Okay. I think this is similar to what I was doing. Does not equal that special character. Keep going and add to current, and then get the int of that and put in sizes. Okay, it seems very similar to what I'm doing, yeah. What about this one? So he is creating a result plus equals the length of the string, the hashtag, special characters, and an S. Awesome. So keep going until it's not equal to that hashtag. Awesome. Now the length is equal to your current S of the current location to J, where J is the end of the number. So like if we had 444, J would be 2 over. So then you take all 3 of those characters. and then you append it, and that's your result. Okay. Okay, I think we more or less kind of got it, I hope. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe, and I am going to be making a new video very soon. So, see you guys then.